Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start on the floor. We're going to have our legs out in front of us and we're going to step as tall as we can. And we're going to start with our feet and hands. So we're going to flex the hands and feet, push through the balls of the feet, push through the palm of the hand, and then let the hand come all the way through as you point, coming up and flex. So we have half all the way and half and up. Two more. Half through the ball of the feet and point, hands go down, come back up and flex. Last one. Pushing through and all the way and half and come up. Opening the legs and hands a little bit and we're going to circle around and in and around and in. So you're getting some work on the wrists and the ankles, good, and around and in. Let's reverse that. So we're going in and out, good, in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And let's shake both the feet and the hands there, good. Bring the hands behind. We're going to bring the right leg up. We have pointed foot on the left leg, shoulders are down. We're going to just push through that right foot into a flex and push our hip forward. So we get a little turn in our torso. Come back in and twist to the opposite direction as that hip goes back. Push out, drive, heel goes away as the hip goes away from your body, and bring it in. Two more, and slide, drive, and push. And bring that hip and knee back in so the body can twist last time. Push, twist, press out through that heel. And come back in and lift. Good. Replace the right leg down. Notice if it feels any different than the left one. And let's go to the other side. So bringing in the left hip and leg. And then we're going to slide that foot out. We're going to flex it. Push the hip away and allows your upper body to twist. And come in, and we're going to bring that hip so far in that we get a little bit of a twist in the opposite direction. Push, drive, flex. Breathe. Bring it back in. With a little twist there. Reaching out, twist, flex out through that heel, push that hip away, and come in, driving that hip in. Good. And last time. Push it out, drive, press, and come back in. And allow that body to twist to the opposite side there. Good. Coming back upright. Scoot closer to the edge of the mat. Knees are going to bend. Point the feet together, heads down. We're in a nice tight ball here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, now we're going to shoot both legs out, but the hands as well, and go into a flex in the feet and a flex in the hands, reaching straight up. And curve it in as you breathe in, inhale. Exhale, press, drive, and reach. Good. Two more. Come in. Curve that ball up. Inhaling, and then exhale, press, lift up, and out. And last time, breathe it in. Good. And exhale, drive, push it up. Excellent. And shake everything out. We can shake our hips, we can shake our shoulders, we can shake our heads. Excellent. Let's bring our bodies back on the mat. Feet are once again gathered together, knees are gathered together, hands are behind you, and we're just simply going to open up the knees to open up the inside thigh a little bit. So we're just trying to gently wake everything up and close and open and close. Two more. Open and close and open and close. Now we're going to go back out to that open position and we're going to sit up straight, which may mean that you have to sit back a little bit more. I'm not trying to get the heels really close to your torso. I'm trying to keep your back straight here. Hands come inside and hold on to those legs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to twist by pushing the right shoulder forward and the left back, keeping the back straight. And then come forward and twist and press the left shoulder forward as the right goes back. And your elbows are going to bend. So as you're moving through those shoulders, here we go, with the right forward, left back. We're maintaining that straight back, shifting to the other side, so left forward, right back. And getting a little bit of more of a twist in that whole spinal column. Here we go with the right forward, left back, keeping our back straight, and then shift and change, left forward, right back. While we're getting a stretch in the inside thighs by letting the thighs break open. Last one, right forward, left back, and shift. And right forward, left forward and right back, coming up right. Take a deep breath in. Now we're going to exhale, put the elbows into the crease of the hip flexors there. Let our bodies come forward as we slide our elbows out to keep opening up more through the thighs, the inside thighs there. And then come up right, breath in. Exhale, press those elbows in, dragging those elbows out along the inner thigh, all the way to the knee to open up those thighs. And come up right. 2 more. And you notice while we're doing this, we're getting a little curve in the back. We are trying to aim our weight forward more over those feet. And you get a little curve in that lower back. Last time, deep breath in, press, drive, get those elbows going out. Good. And sit up tall. Good. Let's close the legs up and let the legs go straight forward. Flex the feet and we'll do a variation on what we did before. We're going to just push that hip out, the right hip out, allowing the upper body to twist. We're not going to come in. We're going to shift and go to the other side. And see if you can sort of let that lower back curve a little bit so you find that you get some action in that back as we do this. Come up and press out and settle into that curve in the back. Twist and curve. Up, twist, and reach. As the hip goes out and your spine twists, here we go with the right leg forward. You may find that you get a little bit more action in that lower spine. Good. And press with the left out. And come up and press out with the right. And come up and press out with the left. Excellent. Come up right and beat those legs out. We're going to cross the legs, and you can choose which leg you want to have in front because we will reverse it. But our hips are really far back. We've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. Our backs are straight, and we're going to curve the head down. Chin goes to the chest. And as we curve and continue to move through the spine, our weight goes forward. We feel the fold happening at the front of the hips there. Walking the hands out. Now this first time you might not get very far, so get to your first position. And feel the crease in the hip there. You might want to rock forward and back a bit there. So you know that it's happening, that fold is happening at the front of the hips as opposed to the lower back. And from here, deep breath in. Make a noise on the exhalation. Sigh. And see if you can inch those fingers out just a little bit more. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. And see if you can do another little scoot forward with those fingers. Maybe your elbows can get closer towards the floor. We do want them to be bent. And we want the shoulders to be loose. Before we do another one, let's shake that head out a little bit. And the shoulders. And then the hips. And you may find that allows you to settle a little bit more forward. Deep breath in. And exhale and scoot forward. See if you can get a little farther forward there. We're going to take the breath one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Reach the fingers out and breathe. Dropping the body down. Again, make sure that chin is going towards the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. And then slowly walking the hands in. We're rolling up through the body all the way to an upright position. And let's bring the legs in and shift them forward once more. Beat them out. And now we're going to reverse the position. Whatever leg you had in front last time, you're going to put that in the back, and we're going to have the other leg in front. Again, check that you've got the divine flesh out from underneath you, sitting up tall. And you may find the shift to the other side is a little more challenging or easier. So here we go. We're gonna roll that shin down, rolling through, putting the weight forward, feeling the fold in the hip flexors right there, and inch out as far as you can go to your first position, holding onto your abdominals so you can really get a curve and extension in the spinal vertebra there. Head is loose, shake it out, shake the shoulders out, and wiggle the hips and shake those out a little bit too. And you might find just doing that allows you to get a little farther over. Here we go, deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can inch the fingers out a little bit more. Weight should be forward. Because we did this on the other side, it could be that this side feels a little easier and you can get over a little bit more. Really folding from the hips. Deep breath in, making a sigh as you exhale and inch forward. Making sure that head is nice and loose. Breath in, inch forward, exhale, and sigh. And last time, deep breath in, exhale, feel the fold, and breathe out as your hands come forward, shaking that head out, shaking the shoulders out, shaking the hips out, and notice how far you've been able to advance forward. And then use your hands to press and roll up through the spine to an upright position. And then let's bring the legs together. Good. Coming forward. We're going to have the legs completely straight, feet pointed, divine flesh out from underneath. And we're going to start taking some side reaches. So we're going to reach our right hand out, trying to get the elbow down. See if you can keep that hip on the floor. And just doing that much, you can feel it opening on the side body. Reach the arm over, left arm up and over, and try and increase that stretch. Good. We're going to drop the arm down, cross it over, lift it up, reach, and lengthen it. So you might get a little bit more weight over onto the right side so you can stretch out the left lower side of the body. Head is loose, drop down, reach, up, and stretch. Feel the length through the arm. And down, lift, up, and stretch. Good. Put the hand down, roll your spine up, and we'll take it to the other side. So we're sliding this hand out. We're allowing the elbow to go down. Just settle in this position first. Keep that other opposite hip on the floor, and then add arm. Head is loose. Feeling the length of the arm all the way up to the side. We're not curving our bodies forward, we're keeping it nice and open, and keep that long line happening so you feel the right side of your body get a little bit of a stretch there. And drop down, lift, up, and over. The weight of the hand there should help you get more opening on that side body. Down, reach. Make sure the opposite hip is truly staying on the floor. Reach all the way out with those fingers. 2 more. Down. Breathe. Up. And lengthen. Good. And last time. Down. Breathe. Up. And lengthen. Good. Hand goes down. Roll up through the spine. Let's flex the feet and we're going to repeat. So we're going to go over, but we're going to add a bit of a different focus. So here we are in our lovely side stretch. Pressing out through the heels. We're going to push up with that bottom arm, swing the arm through, and reach to the diagonal. And drop down, bring the elbow down, once more, the side stretch. And come up, breathe, push, and lengthen out. So get a twisted stretch there to the diagonal. Up, out, and reach to the side. And lift, up, and going out to that diagonal way out there. Good. And last time. Lift up. Keep the opposite hip on the floor. And come up. Both hips remain on the floor as you come up. And twist and reach. Good. Coming up right. Let's take it to the other side. So elbow goes down. We go into that first stretch that we've been doing. Still maintaining our flex. in the feet there, and feel that length, opposite hips on the floor. Press up with the bottom hand, reach, come through, and go to the diagonal. And come down, back to your side stretch, and over. Good. Coming up, breathe and reach. And lift, up, and over to the side. Coming up, breathe and reach. See if you can twist a little bit more there. Good. And last set. Lift up, over to the side. And come up, breathe and twist. Excellent. Coming up right. Relax those feet. We're going to just take some twists here. So we're going to twist our upper body, bring the hand against thigh here. So it's above the knee there. And then twist, letting the lower back feel that nice twist. Spiral twist through the spine. Swing around, changing hands, twist, and let yourself go as far as you can. And repeat that, and over towards the right, shoulders are down, twist. And come around, over to the left, and twist. Good. We're going to continue with that, so we're going to go into that twist. Establish the twist first. Hands are going to go down in front of you, and now you're going to curve just the upper back. And you're going to find that by maintaining the hips where they are, you get an additional little curve and twist through that whole back, lower back area. Coming up, pushing to the hands. We're going to drop over again, trying to maintain both hips on the floor, and come up. So this is really more of a focus on the spine, trying to open up the vertebra in a twisted position, and come up. And let's take that once more, and twist, and drop over, and come up. Unwind, and let's go to the other side. So we've got our hand bracing against that thigh, and we're twisting, shoulders are down, backs are straight, hips stay on the floor, and then put your hands on the floor, and we're going to drop the upper body over. So again, notice where you're feeling this stretch in your spine, and come up. You might feel this in the back of your neck as well, and of course that's part of your spine. Come forward, and lift up, and curve, and go forward, and lift, and last time, and curve, and come up, right, and unwind. Let's go back into the folded knee position, making sure the divine flesh is straight. And we're going to try and take all of those positions and add the forward fold. So we're reaching over to the side, twist it, and then bring that arm around, feel the fold in the front. So we're taking a swing, twist, and then come to the side. Again, drop over, twist. So it's a rotating stretch here through that spine, and up. Let's take that again. Over, bring it to the front with a twist through, over to the side, and lift, and over to the side, curve it to the front, feel the twist, reach, and slide, and come up right. Good. We'll see that action later. Let's go on to our hands and knees here, and go into some traditional cats and cows. So make sure you line yourself up with your spine here, and you've got the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees under the hips there. So deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going into our cats, or lifting up our lower back to the ceiling, pushing through the hips and going into a cow. Now the back goes down towards the floor, head comes up, and you've got a nice curve, U-curve in your spine there, and then rolling through and up into cat, push through and going into cow. Two more, and roll up through that lower back, lift it, and push it through and cow. And last time, roll it up through that lower back, really feeling that in your lower back, Abdominals are engaged, and push through, and come. Excellent. Come to a neutral position. Let's take the front foot, press it out, and feel that you're pushing through the heels. You can use your hands to rocking back. And then as you rock forward, I want you to push with your foot so you can feel the stretch from the instep of that foot. And push back, lengthening out. So we're trying to connect everything up here with the legs and come through by using the feet. Pressing out and back, stretch it out. And roll and come forward. Last time, press it out, push, and roll and come forward. Let's put that knee down and shift to the other side. So you got the foot out, and it might be off the mat like mine is, and pressing out through the hands, but out through the heel. As you roll forward, you're pushing into the floor with the feet so you can really feel something happen and open in the instep, the arch part of your foot there. And press out, shoulders down. And roll through and stretching out underneath those toes. 2 more. And press out. Good. And coming forward, rolling through. And last time, press it out. And go forward. Good. And come forward. Yeah. Good. Replace that. And then let's just sit onto our knees here a little bit. And we'll open the knees up and keep the backs nice and long and do some more work with that lower spine. So we're going to push through into the arch or the cow. And then roll and push into the cat. Push through and go into the cow. Good. And roll and come back. Make sure you're breathing. Push through and cow. And come back. And cat. Last time. Push through and cow. Good. And through and back. Excellent. Come back to your upright position. Bring your legs closer. And let's just work with our shoulders. So we're going to go forward with the shoulder, up, back, and down. Coming forward. Lift it up and back and down. 2 more. Forward, lift, back and down, and forward. Lift it up and back and down. Working with the elbow. Press the elbow forward. Lift it up. Push it to the back, and now you find that your upper body is going to twist a little bit more down. And go forward, lift to the back and down. Make sure you're breathing. And forward. Lift it up and back and down. And forward, lift it up and back and down. Let's extend the arm and now reach forward, lift it way up, watch the fingers all the way to the back and coming down. You may drape on the floor, reach forward, lift it up, let the head follow the hand, reach it to the back, you get a twist in the spine and down and forward, lift it up to the back, good. And down, once more. Reach forward, lift it up, and back, and down. Good. Let's slide the hand back, and you may be off the floor a bit. Your hips are still on your heels there, but we've got a twist in the spine here. And let's reach the other arm up. This elbow is slightly bent, and keeping hips where they are, we're reaching up with this hand. Now we're going to cross and try and reach the hands through the space that you created with the bottom arm. You're not going to necessarily get there, but we get a nice twist in that spine. Reach the arm up. Breathe and twist and try to slide through. You may get a little farther over, shoulders are down. And lift. Come up and twist and drop. And lift and up. Last time. And twist and drop. Excellent. And lift and up. Bend this elbow more. Push yourself up with that hand and then come to a neutral position. Now, I know it feels now like your upper body is tilted over to the front. So let's shift that and go to the other side. So just moving around to the other side. We're still sitting up nice and tall. We've got that shoulder going forward and lift and back and down. Go to the front. Lift it up and back and down. Going to the front. Lift it up and back and down. Once more. Forward and lift and back and down. Bring the hand in. So we're working the shoulder. And now you may find that you can twist a little bit more. And you can use the other hand against the thigh to help you twist. Let that upper body get a twist there. Good. And down. And come to the front. Lift it up. Lengthen to the back. Let the upper body go with you, but the hips are staying right where they are glued to those heels. Lift up, around to the back, and down. Once more. And reach forward. Lift it up. So you're opening up the chest as you reach that elbow back and down. Reach the arm forward long. Lift. Follow the hands, the fingers with the eyes. Twist and down. Keep breathing. Front. Lift it up and twist out and down. Reaching forward, long line of that arm. Breathe, reach it to the back and down. Once more, reach it forward, lift it up, twist to the back and down. Now we're sliding this hand back. We're getting an elbow bent. We're keeping our weight more on a diagonal there, but we are getting a twist. Other arm reaches up, breathing up with that arm, and now exhale and twist and try and slide that hand towards the space you've created here between your hand and your body. Good twist there. And lift up, breathing in. Exhale and twist. Third time, lift it up, inhale, and twist and drop. And final time, lift it up, inhale, curve, twist, and try to angle through. Now you probably will get a little closer, but you probably will not actually get through that space you've created. Good. And then help yourself by pushing up with that back hand and coming to an upright position. And let's go forward and go into a child's pose as we inch our legs back a little bit so we have more space on the mat to do what we're going to do in the future. So feel that lower back nice and long and dropped. Elbows are bent. And really enjoy this child's pose here. Take a couple deep breaths. And sigh when you exhale to allow everything to relax. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to push back up onto our hands and knees, and we're going to slide that front leg forward. So you're going to let the back hip drape forward here, and we're pushing through and feeling a stretch in the hip on the back leg. And you might feel a stretch here in the front hamstring. So allow that body to drop forward. And now let's move back with the hips. So we're straightening that front leg. So now we're going to feel a stretch, an increased stretch on that hamstring. Head is down. Letting everything stretch out. Trying to let the leg straighten as much as it can. And then come up, over, front, and press. Continue that. Lift up to the back. Straightening that leg. Elbows are down. Shoulders are relaxed. Got to lengthen through the hamstring and front leg. Coming up, forward, pressing through the hip in the back leg. Lift up, coming to the back, pressing the hips back. Maybe your legs are a little bit straighter this time as you shoot that hip back and lengthen through the front leg there. Good, let's take that once more. And come up and over to the front. And lift up and press so that you have a long leg. Elbows are down. Let's shake that head up and let that head drop so you really feel the length there. Excellent. Come forward to a bent leg and then slide that leg back, and let's shift and bring the other leg forward. Now we're going to repeat the same exercise. So feel the hip going forward and really opening up in the hip flexor there. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, press the front hip back, Well, actually, both hips go back, elbows go down, and try to lengthen through the back of the leg in front. Lift up, come forward, and stretch. Really opening up through that hip area. Come up and back with the hips as you lengthen through that front leg, feeling the hamstring, get a stretch, head is loose, shoulders are down, elbows are bent. And third time, coming up, forward and press. Breathing, bring that leg, pushing it to the back, long line through the back of the hamstring there. Head is loose. Don't hold any tension in your shoulders. Feel that length really happening and opening in the hamstring. Last time, come up, over, and press. Coming up, moving the body so it's going to the back as the front leg lengthens and straightens. Again, head is loose, shoulders loose. Really feel that nice, long first stretch in the hamstring that we've done today. And then come to the front, and let's bring that leg behind and go into a child's pose once more. Let the arms be way forward, so your elbows are lifted off the floor. And we're gonna roll up through a cat position. Maybe we have to inch our hands a little bit farther forward, and we're gonna press the hips down, so we're going into an arch. This first time, let's go nice and slow. And then we're going to push back with our derriere, so we're going into the cow part of this, and then going back into the child's pose. So we're making a circle with our back and our hips. Lift up, push through, and down, and arch. Going into the cow, pressing the hips back, and then allow the back to undulate and go into the curve that allows you to go into child's pose. Again, up, cat, pushing through with the hips, dropping down, going into your arch. Let the body lift up, pushing the hands, shoulders are down, going into the cow, and then undulating back into child's pose. And last time, cat, lift, up, push the hips forward, dropping down with the hips, and pushing up with the upper body. So we have arc up, and then we have cow, come back down, and going into your child's pose. And this time, let the fingers come back in, so you're getting into a true child's pose position. Good. And let's roll up through the spine. We're going to get a little bit more stretch in the inside thigh here. So we're going to come onto hands and knees. And you can help yourself however you want to. You want to put this left leg out to the side, and you're coming upright. And we're just going to push down with this hip. Now, if this feels like it's too much pressure on the knee, then find a way to stretch this area out without putting pressure on that knee up. So we're just sort of going, sinking in on that right hip and up. And let's take it to the side. Sink it in and up. So switching the legs, you can do this however you want to. You can be as gentle as you want to. Coming back upright and push on the inside of the thigh there and lift. And inside of the thigh and lift. Good. And inside of the thigh, we're in a parallel position here. Up and inside of the thigh and up. Now we're going to take this in a rotated position. So we're going to rotate the right leg out, and we're going to rotate the left leg out. So now you have a more open position, and as you drop that hip down, you may find that you get a little more stretch. And lift, and open and stretch, and lift. Again, if this bothers your knee, you could put a pillow underneath your knee, or folded up cloth to give it a little bit more cushioning here. Okay, and let's take it to the other side. So we've got the left leg rotated out, we've got the right leg rotated out, and we're coming upright, and we're pushing through, opening up, and lift, and push through. Good, and up. Repeat. Push through, and lift up, and push through, stretching that inside thigh out, and lift. Good. Coming back down to our hands and knees. Let's bring that front leg forward once more, and this time we're going to push the back leg into a full lunge. So you're really pressing that hip down. Good. From here, we're going to put both hands to the inside and try to scoot that front leg out and have it be rotated out. Now we've just done a rotation in those legs when their knees were bent, so you know what that feels like. And we're going to try and bend our elbows down, keeping our legs straight. So we're getting a deeper inside thigh stretch for that front leg. So we're pressing the elbows down as you've got a straight leg in the back. Good. Now we're going to drop the back knee down and release, which may allow you to sink into that front hip a little bit more to get a little bit more of a rotation and stretch. Toes underneath the back leg and come back into the full lunge. So we're increasing the mobility in the hip area and the inside front hip there and thigh. Drop down, toe, and release. Keep breathing. You may find that you get a little abdominal work here too. Curl the toe under, press, and stretch. 2 more sets. Drop the knee down, toe and release. Try to let that back hip come forward so you can open up more on this front leg. Curl the toe under and flex into your lunge, full lunge. A little arm work too, not too much, but you might be feeling that. And knee comes down, toe, and releases, pressing the hip forward. Good. Let's come back to a hands on the floor position. Bring that leg back into a parallel position, bringing the hand so that you have one on both on either side. Press that hip forward, and now push back, be gentle, and bring that leg in, and we're going back into a child's pose. Let the body rest. That was a fairly deep stretch for both the front leg and the back hip. And let's come back up to hands and knees. Set yourself up so you have that front leg in a bent knee position and press through that hip. We're just setting up the parameters for this back hip. It knows what to do. And then back hand comes to the inside as you rotate out that front leg there. And set yourself up so you've got both hands in a comfortable position and your hip is pressing forward, so you feel the stretch on the inside of that thigh, that front thigh. It's a rotational stretch. And now we're going to lower down and get the elbows into the floor and deepening the press forward with this hip so we can deepen the stretch on that front inside thigh. Just get yourself settled here. Notice where you're feeling this. We're going to start then going into the lunges, so we're going to curl the back toe under and going into your lunge. And you might not feel like you can get the elbows completely down quite yet, but do your best. You're trying to press down there. You are engaging the abdominals. And then release the knee down and toe releases. And feel your hip, back hip going forward so that it increases the stretch in the front leg. Again, here we go. Curl the toe under, inhale, exhale, and press. Maybe you feel like you have a more secure position onto your elbows there. Knee comes down, toe releases, and allow the hip to drop forward. Deep breath in, exhale, curl the toe under, press, and push. Hip down, thigh opens on the front, really feeling that engagement there. And down. Remember your abdominals are engaged too. And let that hip come down. Last time into your lunge, curl the toe under, flex, press, and push. Elbows go down into the floor, your weight's going down into the floor, abdominals engaged, and you feel the straight reach back with the back heel. So you feel the opening in the front thigh. Good. Come back down, release, push yourself back up to your hands, and then inch that back leg, or the one that's in the front, the opposite side, forward. So you have your hands on either side, and then gently push the hips back. And let's go into child's pose once more. So that was a lot of deep work on the hips and the upper inner thighs. And then let's come with our hands forward, rolling out through our spine. We're going to sit down on the floor again and take advantage of what we just created, opening in the thighs, the inner thighs, and go into the second position. So it may feel like you can get a little farther out, and we've really opened this area, but we want to continue it out through the rest of our legs there. So nice tall spines, you've got the divine flesh out from underneath you, and let's just rock through. You'll find this fairly easy because of the stretch that we just did, which is not for the lightweights. It was pretty intense. Okay, and then let's set up here in this position, back straight, hands down in front of you, and we're gonna roll forward and down. Sliding the hands all the way out. As far as you can go, you should be feeling that stretch in the inner upper thighs, and we really open that up so you can get a little bit farther over, head is loose. And let's take our breath slowly, dropping down towards the floor, keeping the legs rotated out. Deep breath in, exhale, reach, shoulders are down. Remember to use your breath in a thoughtful way. So we have deep breath in, inch out, see if you can sigh or make a noise, which helps the muscles know that they can relax into the stretch. 2 more, deep breath in, exhale, reach. And last time, deep breath in, reach and sigh. Letting the body go over as far as it can go, feeling the increased stretch in the inside thigh. Good. Using your hands, walk yourself up, rolling out through the spine, and come to an upright position. We're going to twist our upper bodies and go over the right leg, doing the same thing, but maintain this hip and this thigh open. And here we go, starting with the head. Drop down, roll, walk the hands out. Feel the crease being where, crease in the hip being where you are folding over from, but maintain this hip down. So it's almost a little bit of a tug of war, keeping that hip down, but trying to reach the upper body over. So you're getting a nice long stretch over your right leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out as you breathe and lower the body down. Breath in. Exhale, allow the body to reach out more. Make sure that head is nice and loose. Shoulders are loose. Try not to hold or hunch them up. 2 more, deep breath in. Exhale, inching out. Feeling the opposite hip and remaining on the floor. And last set, deep breath in. Exhale, and allow the body to settle into the floor there. And then slowly roll up through the spine as the body curves up to an upright position. Good. Shoulders are down, and let's shift and go to the other side. So we are maintaining, or I am maintaining, a pointed foot. If you need to keep that foot nice and relaxed and unformed, you can do that. So here we are, over to the left. Feel that twist in the spine, drop the head down, walking the hands out, lengthening out along that leg. Going to the first position you can get to that feels like you're getting a stretch, but you can maintain this wherever it is. If your knees are slightly bent today, that's fine. Your aim is to try and keep the legs straight, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. So here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale and try and scoot those fingers out, lowering the torso down towards the left thigh. Again, deep breath in. Scoot out with the hands as you exhale. Breath in. Let's make a sound. And see if that helps us to relax the muscles so they can go over a little bit more.
Opposite hip stays on the floor. We have the last one. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Letting the body drop. And then slowly rolling up by rocking the hands up, letting the spine unfurl, coming to an upright position. Your hands the last thing. Good. And come to the center. Let's bring our legs together and shake them out. Excellent. Okay, let's go back to our hands and knees position here. And we're going to do a little bit of work, strength work. So first, let's curl the toes under and push up into a down dog. So we're really allowing ourselves to feel the benefits of all the stretch we've done, so we can get a really nice down dog here. And let's take a couple of knee bends, not touching the floor, so we start to engage the abdominals. So we have the knee down, but they don't touch the floor, and press back. And knees to the floor, but don't touch. And come back. Press the heels down. And knees. And press back. And knees. And press back. Now we're going to go into a full plank. So we have plank. And then hips come up. And we have down dog. And plank. Holding the abs. And down dog. Good. And planks. And come back up. And last one. And plank. And come up. Now let's go back down to the plank. And we're going to hold that. Remain holding. Twist the feet. Reach the arms up. And stretch up. Feeling that nice hold here. Breathing. And then come back to your plank. We're going to twist the feet to the opposite direction, press and reach. Keeping those arms working hard, legs strong, and then come down. Let's repeat that. So we have our plank, twist, reach, lift, and come down, and plank, twist the feet, reach, and lift. And come back to your plank. Let's bring the knees in and drop back down. Slide the hands behind us. Push the hips up and arc. And release. We have 3 more of those. Push through the hips. Arc, maybe your shoulder blades come together a little bit. And release. Breathe. Press those hips forward. So we're lifting the hips up. Letting the upper body drape back and release. And maybe each time you do this, you can find your upper body draping back a little bit more. So you're getting more of a bridge. Maybe you feel the stretch in the front of the throat there. Good. And come down. Good. Let's sit down and we're going to work on our backs. So let's start with that knee. Backs straight, rolling down through that spine. Bring the legs up as you roll the rest of your body down. Arms go out to the side. We're going to have a little more work easing out in the hip there. So we're lifting the front knee into the chest, carrying it to the side so you feel that openness that we've created. Come all the way down, stretch that leg out, and then coming back to underneath the head in a parallel position. So we're making some semicircles here through that hip. Circling around, drop down, and parallel. Lift it up. Breathe it to the side. Drop it down. And parallel. And lift it up. Breathe it to the side. Good. Drop it down. And parallel. Coming up. Right, let's take it to the other side. So you're lifting the opposite knee up. Opening it out to the side, remaining straight up with the supporting leg. Reach it out, it's rotated out, and then it comes to a parallel position underneath you and comes in. Lift it up, carry it to the side. Drop it down. It slides and then goes parallel underneath. And lift. Really focusing on that hip. Opening up the inside thigh, drop it down. And parallel. Last time, lift it up, carry it to the side, drop it down,
come to parallel and in. Now we're going to take that front leg and bring it into the chest, and we're going to start to repeat some work on the hamstring. In this position, we have that knee bent, and we're lifting up. So unlike when we are on our hands and knees and we push the hip back, we are keeping the hips where they are, and we are opening the leg up. Again, knee stays right where it is. You can hug it in, and now you're trying to lift the lower leg up. So the knee doesn't really move, so you can really get into that hamstring there. Now we've got the other leg bent to be our anchor. And come in, breathe, push up, lengthen and stretch. This is our third time. Maybe even increase the stretch so you can get the leg a little closer over your head. And then bend the knee in for the fourth time. And reach and stretch. In this position, we're going to flex out through the heel to increase the stretch in the hamstring there. Good. Push through the ball of foot and point. Flex up. Ball of the foot and point. Two more. Flex up. Pushing out through that heel, really lengthening out. Ball of the foot and point. Good. And flex. Push through the ball of foot and point. Good. Folding that knee in once more. Nice tight position. Bring the leg down, and let's allow that front leg to stretch out. Flex it. And now we're going to push the heel out away from us so that the hip is going in that same direction. A little tilt in that hip. And release. And press. Push out. Tilt. And release. Repeat that 2 more times. Press out and push. And release. And last time. Press out and push. And release. Point the foot, bring the leg back in. And now this leg becomes the anchor. The opposite leg, the leg we haven't worked on yet, comes in. So feel this being a nice strong anchor. Bringing the knee into the chest, shoulders relaxed. And we're going to unfold the lower part of the leg so that the knee is not going to move back. So really increasing the stretching the hamstring in this leg that we're working with here. And bend in, hug that knee in. Use your breath as the exhalation comes out of your lungs. You're feeling like you're unfolding from that lower leg there, trying to increase the stretch. Third time, bend knee in. Exhale, lift and lengthen. And last time, bend the knee in. Exhale, feeling that knee driving in towards the chest, and you're folding out from the lower leg from there. So hopefully you've gotten a little bit more stretch, a little more range of motion. Then we have a flex to increase that stretch, pushing out through the heel, going through the ball of foot and point. Flex out, ball of foot and point. 2 more. Flex out through the heel, ball of foot and point. And flex out, ball of foot and point. Hugging that knee into the chest, and then allow the foot to come on the floor. Let that leg settle out. Flex that foot, and then drive out through the heel and allow the hip to move with you. So you've got to tilt in that lower spine there. And hips come back. Breathe. Press out. And release. And third time, press out through that heel. And release. And press out through the heel. And release. Bringing that leg up again. Bring the feet close together. We're going to take one more opening with that inside thigh. The heels have lifted, so you're balancing on the little toes there. And drop the heels down to the floor, and then lift the heels up, which opens up a little bit more on the inside hip area there. Again, drop the hip down and press up. Pressing the knees open as well. If you want to add some pressure with your hands, you can. And drop down, third time. Press and heels lift. Last time, drop it down and heels press up. Good. Let's drop the heels and close the legs up. Roll the knees over to the side and let the arm go underneath your head and help push yourself upright to an upright position. Excellent. Let's take one more traditional stretch with the hamstring. Get the divine flesh out from underneath you. Backs are straight, feet are pointed, legs are parallel. Lift, reaching out all the way over, and allow the body to come down, hanging down over the legs, letting everything settle into a good, nice forward fold over these legs. Just hang and continue to breathe. Letting the body slowly lower, reaching the hands forward if you can. Just another couple of seconds here, just allowing that to fold and drop. And then roll the hands up as your spine comes up. Now we're going to rotate the legs out and give some space and take the same fold over. So the divine flesh again needs to be up from underneath you, arms up. Legs are rotated out, feet are pointed, lift. So now you're aiming towards the area between the legs here, all the way over, hands go down and drop. With the legs rotated out, you may find that the stretch is a little bit different. Keeping the fold coming from the hips. Shoulders are relaxed, heads are released. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and release. And we have one more breath at your own time. You decide what to do. You could be pinching your hands out a little bit more towards your toes and take that deep breath in. And exhale. Walking the hands up and come to an upright position. Okay, let's come back to your folded position with your legs. And we're going to return to that swing that we did before and see if it helps all the work that we've done, if you can feel like you can get more of a swing through. So we've got our back straight, we're going to the side, swinging to the side, feel the twist. Swing to the front, around, twist, and to the side. And over, reaching way out, twist, maybe you can get a little bit farther over the legs. And side, and breathe, twist, around. Good. Over to the side, and breathe, twist, going around, over to the side. It might start to feel like a massage in the lower back. Let's take 2 more sets all the way around, and to the side. Good. Breathe, or reach, twist, going around. Feel that twist and that swing. Hips stay on the floor. Last set. Reach, twist, around, coming to the side, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Excellent. And reach, twist, around, coming to the original side, and push yourselves up. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Let's bring our arms out to the side, lift, breathing in, coming into your heart chakra. Have a wonderful rest of the day.